What's up, guys, and welcome to the very first episode of Goddess Level Podcast. I'm your host, Natasha, aka the Goddess Tosh, and I'm so excited to be here with you. I really manifested this shit, and here I am. I brought it to life. This podcast is probably going to ruffle a few feathers, particularly of the male species, but we're not here to please anybody. This is for a woman, by a woman, and if you don't like it, you can get the fuck out of here, respectfully. So yeah, being that this is my first episode, I do have some topics written down on my handy dandy iPad. But you know, it's a vibe all the time. It's Sunday, got my hookah, got a throne, gonna make a cocktail, and we're just gonna get right into the topics. Let me see if the hookah is busting first. Hold on. She's bussin'. Alright, so the first topic I want to get into, I'm going to get into some current event topics first. So, Drake came out with his album, For All the Dogs. Highly anticipated. You know, anything Drake puts out is going to be highly anticipated, overly hyped. And you know, I love Drake. We are Team Drake on this end, so I'm not gonna lie, I'm not gonna do too much on Drake. However, a lot of critics are saying that the album is mid. Honestly, I listened to it in its entirety about 8 times, and there's like a good 5 or 6 songs on there that I really like, that I will continuously play and play and play. It's very commercial, his album, very repetitive, very, as they say, for the kids. Or as Joe Budden would say, for the kids. That's who Drake is making music for nowadays. And honestly, my point of view on the situation is that Drake is going to continue to be a trendsetter. He's going to continue to go with the trends. That's why a lot of artists are not at Drake level, because they can't adapt to today's music. You know, he's not dying out anytime soon unless he chooses to retire. That's the only time he will be done. So yeah, basically, I don't know, Joe Budden had went on his podcast and said something about Drake, you know, being for the kids and how he's almost 37 and he needs to grow up. The ageism really needs to stop, okay? Age is nothing but a number, and we need to stop being, you know, so judgmental to the fact that, oh, when you're 30 plus, you can't do this and that. Listen, I'm in my 30s and I'm still doing my damn thing, okay? And no one's gonna tell me how to live, how to be, especially if you were Drake and you have all this money. Come on now, I'm gonna do whatever the fuck I want to do, period. The next topic that we're gonna get into is Miss Sexy Red, Big Sexy. Supposedly she leaked her own sex tape. I feel like her sneaky link or whoever she was dealing with, you know, went on her phone and posted it, and I just feel like that's absurd. Why are men turning into the new women? I feel like that's something a female would do. Men, count your days. Alright, I'm gonna make myself a little spicy margarita, and no, we're not measuring it out. We're just pouring it in there. Listen, I've had a long weekend. What did I do this weekend? I went to go see SZA. 10 out of 10. Amazing concert. Probably the best concert I've ever been to, for being real. And I went to see Drake. And I went to go see Brent Faiyaz all this year. And SZA, 10 out of 10. She put on an amazing freaking show. I feel like the rest of these artists need to take notes. If you're going to charge as much as you guys are charging for your concert tickets, you really need to put on a show. And please, can we make it a thing for them to put surround screens everywhere? Because if you're up in the nosebleeds, not me, but you be safe though. If you're up in the nosebleeds, you can't see. It's just like a little ant on stage. I don't know how people do nosebleed seats. I'd rather just not even go to the concert if I'm gonna be in the nosebleeds. And that's just me. Call me bougie. That's just me. It's a little ASMR moment. my new podcast. Cheers to new endeavors, and that's it. Alright, so moving along with the trending topics, we are going to talk about our favorite throuple, Blueface, Krishan, and Jaden. And normally I wouldn't even give this life. Like, I really had to unfollow Krishan. But it's entertaining at this point. And then Jaden, as much hate as she was getting, I feel like a lot of people switched up. Now they're team Jaden versus Krishan. And Jaden has been putting out music consistently. And the topic is Blueface writing her music or not? He absolutely is writing her music. Like, come on.
Bad little bitch, and I'm snipped like a Barbie. Hips, lips, ass, and come on, okay, I really think
he's credited as a writer. They went on the Jason Lee show, and clips are circulating where they asked them, does Blueface write your music? And they're denying it, which I don't even get, because we saw clips on like live and social media where, you know, he's basically feeding her the lines to the songs and she can't even get it right. Like, if she wrote the music herself, she wouldn't have a problem. So I don't know, maybe they're just trolling at this point, but Blueface absolutely wrote those lyrics, which is kind of funny when you think about it, because people are like, oh, Blueface is so sassy. This is actually what he wants to say to Krishan, but he's using Jaden to like push his agenda. And I'm like, if you look up sassy in the dictionary, you're gonna see Blueface's picture right there. Like, that man is the king of sassy. Like, he is the leader of the sassy men, and I blame him. You know what's funny? This guy asked me yesterday, he was like, oh, all y'all women, y'all like use the word sassy so much. What does sassy mean? And I really sat there and looked up the definition of sassy, and it just means bold and out there. I think my definition of a sassy man is Blueface. Blueface. A man that like gets on social media with the freaking Twitter fingers. A man who, you know, just talks and talks and talks and talks. Like, less is more, baby. Like, sometimes just zip it up. And Blueface does not know how to friggin' shut the hell up. Like, someone should really take away his social media accounts. All of them. All of them. This new generation of men, they take everything to social media. Like, sometimes it's okay to just shut the fuck up. What did Drake say? That he was so ahead of his time? Guys act worse than women these days. Or men act worse than some shit. Men talk more than women these days. And I absolutely agree with that. Like, I couldn't agree more. The thing is, Jaden's new songs are kind of a bop. Like, she has one that's like shaped like a Barbie, ass, hips. And I'm like, that's actually a bop. Like, I'm actually embarrassed to say I like her music. I downloaded that shit on Apple Music. I'm not even gonna sing here, no cap. What does Blueface say? On schoolyard. On schoolyard crib. While we're on the topic of sassy men, I want to talk about dating in 2023. Dating in 2023, I think it's hell on earth. I think hell doesn't exist because we already are experiencing it. Me, I feel like I've made a conscious decision to A, stay celibate, and B, stop dating, because I'm just not getting what I want out of it. And I've definitely had men tell me, oh, you think everything is a fairy tale. You females think everything is a fairy tale. You think dating should be one way. The bar is in hell. I'll tell you why. Because guys think that getting flowers for a girl and, you know, just remembering little things that she says. If she says, oh, I like this. Just surprising her with like her favorite candy or something. Like cooking for her. Like very run-of-the-mill, bare minimum things that a female is asking for. A guy will say, oh yeah, like you guys think everything is couple goals, what you see on TV and social media. No, like what female doesn't like flowers? What female doesn't like going on dates? What female doesn't like being surprised with chocolates? Like, it's very simple. And the reason why people get so triggered and offended is because, yeah, there's men out there that will, and you're mad that you won't. Like, so you're gonna settle for girls that are okay with that. Like, I'm not one of those girls. Like, when I like somebody, I will go above and beyond. I will scrape the ocean for them. Like, I don't mind spending money on the guy I like. Like, I'm not one of these girls that just expect a guy to, like, pay for me for every little thing. Whatever. Like, call me delusional, call me, like, dumb. Like, I really feel like if you spoil me, I'll spoil you. Now, if I'm showing you that energy and that attention and I'm giving you a little bit of time to show it back and you're not showing it back, it's clipped. Like, it's over with. I'm not wasting my time anymore because I could do everything for myself. I am the definition of an independent woman. I'm the definition of I got it on my own. Like, I have my own shit. I don't need you. I don't. But as much as I don't need you, I want you. So, like, the last date that I went on, no, I'm not even going to talk about that date because that's too recent. They're going to know I'm talking about that. Another date that I had went on. So, a guy, he was, like, pursuing me. He wanted to take me out so badly. His words, not mine. I never was pressed or asking him, oh, so what about that date? Oh, when are you taking me out? I was chilling. And he was like, let me take you out. Let me take you out. I know a spot. Da-da-da-da. So he takes me to like this private this private pool hall where you could rent it for a few hours. You have the whole space to yourself and you can blast music, bring food. It's cool. Like, you can have parties there, whatever. I was a little like, okay, this is a cute date. But then once we got there and I realized, okay, this man knows his way around this place. It's like, how many dates you brought here? Because one thing about a man, when he finds a place that he's comfortable with taking females, he will keep taking every date there. I don't blame him because you know what? Now I'm going to take my dates to the place you put me on. Straight like that. Like, I'd be like, look, babe, look at this place. I discovered it. Like, this is my first time ever being here. The whole time you've been here like 5 times. So back to the date. So we go to this private pool area. We're chilling. We're having a good time. We're playing pool. Come here, baby. My cat would not be my cat if she didn't try to interrupt my podcast at some point. Like, this is my first guest. Say hi to the pod. Say hi. Say hi. Say hi, mama. So anyway, you know, I was acting like a damsel in stress. Like, oh my God, I don't know how to play pool. Can you show me how to play pool? Ugh. He's like, sure, little lady, I'll show you now. He was just like, you know, as any man would, trying to like show off, show me that he could play pool, teach me how to play pool, whatever. And I'm just being my regular self. I'm not doing too much. How was I dressed? I had on like these cute jean cargo pants. I had on like, I was very casual, t-shirt, like cute, like keeping it cute. And yeah, like I felt like the date went well. You know, we separated, we parted ways, and then we said bye. As I'm on my way home, like I didn't even reach my house yet. I'm still in the Uber. He's gonna text me. He's like, hey, like I had a really good time, but it just seems like you're looking for a relationship and I'm not. And yeah, I'm like, what you talking about, Willis? Like, I was so confused. I'm like, yeah, like I am looking for a relationship. I made that very clear to you when you incessantly asked me to go on a date with you. And he's like, yeah, well, I don't know, like based off your Instagram and like the thirst traps and the type of pictures you posted, I thought you were gonna be like a different type of way. Like I was surprised at how like reserved you were. And he's like, I'm not gonna lie, I thought something was gonna go down. And I was like, you thought something was gonna go down in a public space with cameras everywhere? Like you thought I was gonna jump your bones right then and there? Like, completely sickening. So, you know, I read him to filth and I basically told him, I was like, I don't know what you assume. Women are allowed to show off their body and post thirst traps without a man automatically assuming that she's gonna fuck you or she has to fuck you. Like that, let's just let's just dead that narrative right now, because I'm so sick and tired of the guys thinking because a girl posts seductively on Instagram that she's easy. Yeah, I'm still gonna post these thirst traps and you're still not gonna get pussy. Ever. A day in your life. Like, keep dreaming. So yeah, that rubbed me the wrong way. Then he had made a comment about like my weight. He was like, yeah, you're beautiful in the face. Like, if you tighten up, you know, you would be unstoppable. You would be like an NBA wife or something. Like, he's like, but yeah, you're still beautiful. Like, you should try modeling. You should do like Fashion Nova Curve. I was like, nothing wrong with Fashion Nova, by the way. Sponsor me. But I was just completely like, I was gagged. I was shocked. So probably that was more than likely the worst date I've been on this whole year. That one. That almost put me out of the game. That almost made me pack it up. That almost made me that was a rough one. Definitely comment below your horrifying, terrible date stories, because I have a lot. We're gonna be here for like 3 hours if I sit here and talk about every bad day I ever had. Alright guys, so I had to take a quick intermission. So if the setup is a little different, if I look a little different, excuse me, because again, this is episode 1. I'm still working out all the kinks with recording, and my battery died. But in between taking a break, I got into like a little argument through text. A little tiff, if you will. So now I have things to talk about. So I was talking to this guy, right? Me and him met, I think off of a dating site, like Tinder or Hinge, one of those. And we met like during the pandemic, like about 3 years ago. And he's a little bit younger than me. And he's not my type, like not the typical guy I would go for. He's taller than me, not by much. If I could choose, I would choose a guy 6 feet or taller. Also, just look wise, like, he think he look better than he does. Like, you don't. Humble yourself. So with that being said, we started talking. He DM'd me, whatever, messaged me. It went from there. We started talking. Then the first time we hung out, he took me like to the pier by the water. You know, it was like a chill, like, I wouldn't call it a date. It was a link up. And, you know, I was drunk. I got really lit. And I'll never forget, I had like a portable hookah with me. Like, he picked me up, had a portable hookah. We went to near his area in Queens. And we were just by the pier, chilling, talking. I don't remember if we kissed. I think so. Aww. Long story short, you know, I was lit. Like, we went back to his place. I'm not even gonna lie. Lives with his mom. And I'm not even gonna sit here and like, usually I don't even come for people in their living situations, because I know how hard it could be, especially living in New York. But he's not a good person, so you deserve this violation. So yeah, like, we ended up fucking on the first date. There's no shame in my game. But like, from there on, like, we kept talking, you know, like, he kept, you know, good morning text every day, etc. But then I just noticed that he would just act funny. Like, I would be like, oh, let's hang out. Can you pick me up? All of a sudden, it's, I can't pick you up. He had the nerve to say something along the lines of, oh, give me gas money. Give you gas money? Bruh. And that was when I was a savage. That was long before my lover girl days. Long story short, we had got into an argument. And I cursed this man out. I did. I cursed him out. I did. And yeah, we stopped talking. Like, one thing about me, I'll get a man to block me. Like, it's not a problem. But I am reformed. And, you know, it takes the special kind of person to bring that side out of me, because I have been on my healing journey. But you know what? The old me, quick to curse somebody out, quick to cut somebody off, quick to block somebody, quick to tell people about themselves. But now I'm more loving, and I like I like to have my feelings reciprocated, you know? Like, I don't feel like I want to give into the toxic generation that we live in where everyone's just like, oh, yeah, like, no, I like to communicate. We communicate over here. Like, I'm not into that toxic shit. And if you're not a good communicator, we're not going to get along because I speak my mind and I'm not going to hold back. And I will send you a paragraph. It's just in my nature. So, fast forward, like, what are we in? No. Fast forward to 2023. He ends up hitting me up. We get back in contact. And he's like, oh, yeah, like, I changed. Like, I moved forward. Like, I don't even really remember, like, why we fell out for real. You remember why we fell out. You do. But I was like, okay, let's play along. Like, I am a giver of second chances, and I appreciate a second chance given to me. Because you never know what someone's going through mentally. You know, people fight demons every day. People fight internal battles every day. Mental health is real. So I would never, like, hold a grudge on somebody. Like, even somebody that, like, did me so dirty. If they, like, apologize to me, sometimes that's all it takes is an apology. If they apologize to me, I'll give them a second chance. So I gave him a second chance against my better judgment. And then there was a situation, we were hanging out. I saw him like texting somebody. Mind you, it's like 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock in the morning. It's clearly you're texting a bitch. You're not texting your mom. And it was an unsaved number. So I was just like, ugh. So I ended up bringing that up. And then I also brought up the fact, I'm like, you're not really showing that you care. Like, yes, you're texting me good morning every day and like consistently, but it's like, you're not taking me on dates. You're not complimenting me. You're not telling me anything. And then it's like, he's like, oh, if I compliment you, you're going to get a big head. Oh, look in your DMs for compliments. Guys, I don't know why I like this man. I don't know what about this man I liked. Like, I don't know. I think I have like a humiliation kink at this point because there's nothing intriguing or appealing about a man that tells you he's not going to compliment you because you're going to get a big head. That's little dick energy. That's, I'm insecure. That's, yeah, little boy energy. But again, I kept dealing with this man. We ended up getting into another argument. He blocked me on everything again. And you know what? He unblocked me on everything and we started talking again. And this time I was like, you know what? Since kinda it was my fault why we stopped talking, let me treat you. Let me do something nice for you. Let me take you out on a date. You know? That may be a big trick for the day. So what did I do? Against my better judgment. I'm so dumb. I went and I paid for us to have a spa day. And we went on a spa day. And it was nice. And we were like connecting, talking. We weren't on our phones. And like, for the first time, I actually saw him. Like, I'm like, I actually feel like I know this guy. Like, I feel like he let his walls down and we were having a good time. I even paid for dinner. I spent like over $300 on this man. Oh my God. I'm so embarrassed to say that and admit that I spent that much money on a man. Guys, like, I let all my city girls down. I let my hot girls down. I am officially a dumb bitch. But whatever, you know what? I'm not gonna regret out of the kindness of my heart the things that I do for a man because as I said, when I like a man, I tend to do a lot for them. But I learned my lesson. Like, guys, it gets worse than that. I tried to help this man start a podcast. I encouraged him. I was like, you could film with my equipment. Like, was just encouraging him. I was like, I'll even be like a recurring guest star, but I'm not doing a podcast with you. Why? Because that's not the energy I'm trying to pursue here. I am not trying to give male masculine energy a platform. There's enough straight men podcasts out there. There needs to be more women podcasts. And men love to say that women are delusional, but listen, I'm delusional and it works for me. Because everything I want in life, I get. Can you say the same? Listen, long story short, We were at the spa taking pictures, boot up, like cute. Cute. Just as fast as that happened, everything else happened. All of a sudden, we're in an argument. I don't even know what we're arguing about. Dumb shit. Dumb shit. Him trying to humble me. Dumb shit. Fucking insecure little boy shit. And next thing you know, I'm cursing him out. He brought it out of me, guys. Sometimes I don't even really be liking the guy for real. I just be trying to add like a little razzle dazzle into my life. I don't know. Can you ladies relate to that? Like, you be fake tripping off of a guy, you don't even know why, and then you look back at those messages you sent and you're embarrassed. You look back at the things you did and you're embarrassed. Like, why did I just send this man a 4-page essay telling him how much I like him? Ew. That is fucking disgusting. Guys, I took such a long break that my ice melted. I'm about to just make a drink anyway. My hookah's out. Oh my god, I should have redid the hookah. Whew. But I need a drink. That is for sure. I need a drink like right now. These men are stressing me out. These men are stressing me out. Well, today starts day 1 of being celibate and not dating men. Until a man really comes around and proves to me that he cares and proves that he's worth it, there's a reason why men are supposed to be the ones paying for dates. Like, I'm an equal opportunist. However, look what happens. Look what happens when a girl spends a little money. Like, I am not a pushover. I am not a whack bitch. Never let a man treat you like you're a whack bitch. Because the minute a man starts thinking that you're a whack bitch, that you can't pull other guys, that you don't have other options, that you're obsessed with him, he starts to try to play you. So yeah, honestly, violating a man every once in a while, cursing him out every once in a while is good for him. Good. Humble yourself. Unfortunately, he's not going to learn from his lesson. He's going to go to the next girl and be a menace to her, and the next girl, and the next girl, and he won't be able to trust women ever again. Good. I'm glad I could be the one. Like, I am done with this lover girl era, like, really and truly. Now I'm in my focus on me era. I'm in my level up era. I'm in my get money era. I'm in my podcast era. Fuck these men. Really and truly. Guys, I know I wasn't shit. You wanna know why? You know what I did? I went and I found his cutest homeboy and I DM'd him. And I was like, with the little eyes, because I'm not even into his friend for real, but just to let you know that I'm gonna get my lick back one way or another. Don't play with me. You say you're the toxic king? Meet your match, bitch. I don't wish you well. I wish you the worst. Thank you for bringing this out of me. I'm not gonna lie, guys, it's tough. It really is hard being a lover girl, because at the end of the day, the one thing I do crave is love, like genuine love. And I do fear that I might not find it in this lifetime. You know, it's hard. It's hard. And for all the good men out there, I really do appreciate you. Thank you for your services, because we need good men in the world. And it's not out of style. As much as people are like, oh, nice guys finish last, good girls finish last too. So it's like, I just refuse to stop trying, to stop putting myself out there ultimately. Like, yes, I'm gonna take a break from dating, but, you know, if the right man does come along, then he comes along. But I definitely know the right man is not anybody that I know right now. Like, just throw the whole roster away. Can we get some new men on planet Earth? Like, this can't be the only men out here. Like, come on now. Come on. Like, we need a new fresh batch. Like, at this point, give me an alien. Like, bring some down from the fucking outer space, because I don't know, or maybe I just need to get out of New York. Maybe these New York men, I don't know. Tell me if it's like just a worldwide thing. I feel like it is. I feel like no matter where I go, I cannot escape it. I don't know. I definitely fantasize though about like the white picket fence, like getting married. Lately, I've been seeing a lot of people get engaged. Like one of my good friends, shout out to you, bestie, congratulations. That's like my sister, low key, sister from another mister. But she recently got engaged, and I'm very happy for her. Like I see things like that, and that makes me happy. Whereas other women will probably be like feeling a type of way. Like I don't feel a type of way. I feel genuinely happy for her because it's just like an example that there's good men out there. Period. Because her man don't play about her. Her man do not play about her. And I love that for her. And honestly, if you're my friend, I just want genuine love and happiness for you. But it must be engagement season because I definitely have been seeing a lot of engagements going on. And I'm claiming that for myself. Like, I generally do want, like, call it a fairy tale. I do want that. Like, I do. Like, I'm not going to settle anymore. I'm not going to settle for, like, a bare minimum guy. And the guys that are telling you, oh, you need to lower your standards. Oh, that doesn't exist. That's not the right one for you. And I think that's a lesson that I'm learning day by day is that the right one, like for the right man, you're never going to be too much. For the right man, you're going to be just enough. And he's going to know how to deal with you. Now, a man that sits there and is like, oh, you're too much. Oh, you're this and you're that. If I'm too much, go find less. And they will. And they're always going to remember you. Like, I would rather be a memorable ass bitch. I'd rather be the bitch that cursed you out than the bitch that you slimed out. Never gonna be me. Hold on, the hoes are DMing. No, I'm just kidding. Maybe I shouldn't advertise that I'm not dating. I am dating the right man. I'm open to dating the right man. So if you're watching this, I like matching PJs. I like spooky season. If you want to go to a pumpkin patch, I'm down for that. Like, I'm down for all of that. I'm not going to let a bad situation stop me from finding my man. My man. I can't wait to say that about, like, the right guy. You know? And what's even crazier about this situation with this guy is the fact that I had always listen to your gut. Because even when I was booking the spa, I'm like, it didn't feel right. Like, I didn't want to do it. I'm like, why am I doing this? And then it's just, I did it because I wanted to try. Like, you never know unless you try. Like, what if, like, things would have went well? And he was like, okay, like, be my girl or something. I'm delusional. He was never going to make me his girlfriend. You know that TikTok? It was never going to be you. So for you to be so delusional... Bruh, at this point, let me just drink the whole bottle. My neighbors are probably like, shut the fuck up, bitch. This is only episode 1, and I promise I will plan out my topics better next time. I'm kind of just winging it, talking my shit. Something I want to talk about lately, now that we're on the topic of second chances, I guess, and all that. I just wish that we could be better friends. I feel like sometimes we don't know how to be good friends to each other. I feel like I tend to have a problem, like, keeping female friends. Because I feel like every time I find a female friend, one that I click with, after a while, they start being on some weird shit. Like... Every time, it never fails. It's always like weird animosity. And that's not me sitting here being like, oh my god, everyone's jealous of me. That's not the case. But you know, there's more than just looks to be jealous of. Sometimes people are jealous of like your vibe. what you can accomplish, what you can do. And me, I always have something going on. I always am striving for something, whether it's like YouTube. I'm like trying to do a new hobby. I'm trying to like, you know, learn a new skill. I always have something to bring to the table. And I think that also speaks to not sharing everything with people, because sometimes people act like they're your friends and they're not really your friends. We need to be extremely careful with who we share our blessings with, because a lot of times there's opportunities that are just meant for you. Not every opportunity is meant for the next person. Because sometimes we're here like, oh, let me put my friend on. Let me put this person on. You know, this person I'm talking to, this person I'm dealing with. Like, perfect example. Like, I already had in my mind for a while that I wanted to start a podcast. It was on my list of things. And when I have something in my mind, I'm like, all right, I'm going to buy a microphone. And I'm just going to do it. Like, a lot of people want to wait for like the perfect moment, the perfect opportunity to do something. Sometimes you just gotta see it in your head and then execute it. And I understand not everyone has like the money to invest in like a microphone to start a podcast or whatever the case may be, but honestly you can buy like an inexpensive microphone off of Amazon. It's really about how badly you want something. Which brings me back to my next point. I saw a post, I think it was on TikTok, and the girl said, stay away from the unhappy and the unlucky in life. The people that are like always having an excuse of why they can't do something. Oh, I'm gonna start my lash business, but oh, I'm gonna start doing this, but or I'm gonna wait until 2024 to do this and that and the third. Stay away from people like that, because they're always gonna have an excuse and they're never gonna get it accomplished. And then they see you and you're making things happen out of nothing, out of thin air, and then they start to wonder like, damn. And then that inspires people. The thing is, people will watch you and they will not admit the fact that you inspire them. They will not give you credit where credit is due. So you know what? I stopped looking for credit from people, and I was just like, real recognize real. The real people are going to see what I'm doing. The real people are going to tune in. The real people are going to appreciate my hustle. And that's what it really comes down to. But in regards to friendships, the reason why I struggle with it the most is because people are just weird. I don't know if the internet made people weird, like warped people's perspective on things. Like, people don't really like value experiences anymore. Like me, I think it's so special to like put my phone down for a bit and just, you know, talk and connect. A lot of people don't know how to do that, and a lot of people just do things for Instagram, for likes, for clout. And it's like, if you're not passionate about it, why are you doing it? Why are you doing it? There's so many ways to make money. You don't need to be a content creator. Trust me, this is not. If you're trying to make money being a content creator, it's not it. Like, even me, like, I've seen my views go up. I've seen growth, but I'm still getting like 20 views on some of my YouTube videos. I'm still getting like less views and less likes on Instagram. So you can't do this shit. You can't do it with the intention of, oh, I'm gonna be famous, I'm gonna blow up. You just have to do shit because it feels good. It feels right. And this feels right. Alright guys, I think I'm going to end this podcast here, but I'm very excited to go on this journey with you all. Make sure to please subscribe, and this will be available on all streaming platforms, Spotify, Apple Music, etc., so that you can listen to me on your car ride. But next week is going to be lit. I can't wait. Maybe I'll make like Sunday my posting day, or Monday. I don't know. I'll figure it out. But make sure to also follow me on my social media accounts at The Goddess Tosh, and for TikTok, Goddess Tosh. I'm going to link it below. And mwah, that was Goddess Level, and I'm out.